Hi friends, yesterday when we read the book, Sometimes You Get What You Want, we made a prediction. We looked at the cover and we read the title, Sometimes You Get What You Want, and we thought, what do you think that book's about? Today, we're going to be working on finding the problem and the solution to parts of the story. So, remember, a problem is when someone has a hard time doing something. Maybe tying shoes, or maybe playing nicely with friends. And the solution is a way to solve or fix that problem. If you can't tie your shoes, you ask a grown-up or a friend to help, right? That solves that problem. If you're having a hard time playing with friends nicely, maybe you need to practice sharing and taking turns. That would solve that problem. So let's read our book and look for problems and solutions. Sometimes You Get What You Want. Written by Lisa Brown and Meredith Gary, the author and the illustrator. Sometimes you get to wear what you want, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you can stay outside, and sometimes you need to go in. Sometimes your friends want to do what you're doing. Sometimes they don't. They want to do something different. So if the problem was he wanted to play with a tea party with his friends, but they didn't want to, a solution could be, maybe he tries to play with what they're playing. Instead of playing with the tea party, maybe he should try and play with the train set. That would solve the problem. Sometimes it's your turn, and sometimes you have to wait. It's hard to wait, isn't it? That might feel like a problem, but guess what? You just wait, and before you know it, it's your turn. Problem solved. You just have to wait and be patient. Sometimes you can make all the noise you want. And sometimes you have to be quiet. You couldn't be that noisy and hear a story at the same time. Sometimes you get to eat what you want, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get to sit next to the person you want, and sometimes you don't. Do you think this girl could ask the kitty to move? Maybe the kitty would, and maybe not. Sometimes you get to make a mess. Paint is everywhere. Sometimes you have to clean up. So the problem was it was a big mess. It was fun, but it was a big mess. But they solved it by cleaning up. Sometimes you can stay a while, and sometimes you have to go. Sometimes you can do it yourself. So, looks like this little boy is able to sit on the potty seat by himself. No problem. But sometimes you need a little help. So the problem here is this little boy needs some help brushing his teeth. He solved it by asking his big sister for help. Sometimes you have to go right to sleep. sometimes you don't. So in this story, we learned about a problem and solution. There's usually always a way to solve a problem. Good job listening to the story.